Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I just finished stick handling here in the garage, working on my hands. It's a little chilly out today, so it's nice to get a little bit of, not a sweat, but get the body moving, get the blood flowing. Like I said, we're going to do something a little bit different today. And I seen this thing online where a guy used ChatGPT kind of as like an online therapist, and it got me thinking that I can use this for like sports and a little bit of backstory here. Um, I started playing hockey again in my like mid 30s. I want to say in about 2018 or 2017, I started playing hockey again. And for some reason, as I got back into hockey, when I went out to skate, I started getting like pre-game anxiety and like got nervous about like when I got the puck and kind of anxiousness. And to combat that, lately I've been working on like picking my head up, taking a look around to make sure I know where the players are so I can react a little bit faster. But also I started looking into like the sports psychology of things and how to overcome anxieties and like the anxiousness that you feel before games and turning that anxiousness into like excitement about playing. And that's a deep hole to dive into. So I figured I would use ChatGPT, and as some of you know, I mean, you could use it pretty much for anything. I punched in this question. I'll post it on the screen. I'll read it to you, then I'll post it. So you can, like, if you want to screenshot that and you want to try it out, it's pretty cool. I did this and I loved it. So the question that I put into ChatGPT, like I said, in 10 questions, what could you ask me about myself to help me overcome anxiety when playing in hockey games? Then ask me the questions one at a time without telling me the reasons for these questions. So it starts out, it says straight talk, anxiety in hockey is almost never about skill. It's about your identity, expectations, and where your focus goes under pressure. And then it gives me the 10 questions. And I'm not going to go through all 10 of these questions because it's a little bit time consuming. I'll post it. I'll screenshot it, put it on here for you guys to see. And if you want to screenshot that, great. But I'm telling you, give it a try. And one of the things that I did when I answered each one of these questions, as it's asking me, is I took like, I don't know, 5 to 10 to 30 seconds to think about it before I put it in there, because I want to make sure that I'm giving it an accurate answer based on like what's going on in my mind at hockey and why I'm becoming anxious. It's the only way to get better is to like be truthful with yourself. Don't lie to yourself, because you don't want, like, that's such a bad route to go down. So anyways, the first question, it says, what are you most afraid will happen to you if you play badly? So I sat there and I thought about it, and let's scroll down to question 1, and I put, I will lose the puck or make a mistake and be judged on those poor plays. So then it says, good, that's honest and very common. Then it moves on to the second question, which was, who specifically are you worried will judge you when you lose the puck or make a mistake? So I put in what I thought. Like I said, I took 5 to 10 to 30 seconds on each one of these, put in an answer, and it says, all right, clear. Then it moves on to the third question and so on. So it's not telling you, it's not giving you an answer for each one of these. It's building like an analysis of all 10 of your answers, and then it gives you a report. So for me, let's scroll all the way down here. He says, it says, after question 10, it says, perfect, that's gold. And it says, here's the pattern I see from your answers. Your anxiety is most about judgment and identity, not skill. You want to prove yourself every shift, which spikes adrenaline and triggers physical symptoms. And I 100%, that is 100% true. And it's crazy that I asked it to build out these 10 questions. I answered them as honestly as I could, and it nailed me. And if you're a young kid learning to play hockey, or you, like, not even just hockey, like whatever sport you're in, you can be into downhill mountain biking racing, and you get into the stance there waiting for the clock, and you start to build that anxiety, and it kind of takes over your focus and everything. This can help with that. Like, it broke down the answer. Its analysis is pretty long, and I'm not going to read all of it to you, but I'll screenshot it here to show you guys, because I'm a pretty open dude. I'm not worried to be judged by any of you. It's funny because I'm not worried about this, but I am worried about the judgment of my peers if I play badly in a game, which is pretty funny. And and so after that, it says we can turn this into a practical mindset shift to control anxiety before and during games. If you want, I can map out a step-by-step routine you can use in your next game to go from being anxious to confident. Loose hockey player, sorry, to be a confident loose hockey player. Do you want me to do that? So I said yes. And then it broke down step by step, like pre-game routine, pre-shift routine, during shift routine, things of like mental cues on how to bring yourself back into the present and be more mindful of what you're doing on the ice, and not like anytime you're anxious, you're thinking about what could happen and not about what is happening right now. So it's just little mental cues to help me stay present and ground myself into what I'm doing at the current moment. So it has all these things, post-shift debrief, and pretty cool. I asked it, can you make these into little photos? And I'll screenshot them here. I've got it here. I'll screenshot them, put them on here so you can see what those look like. And it's just like the pregame routine, pre-shift focus, during the shift focus. It's little questions and cues to remind myself, and then a post-shift debrief of things to ask myself to reaffirm and build that confidence within myself in my game. And yeah, like I said, to me, this is super helpful. And we all know, like, anxiety can strike at any time. It could be like at a hockey game, like I said, mountain biking, go skiing if you're a race downhill skier or cross country skier, anything that involves athletics and like is kind of based on your performance, you can build anxiety on that. Like, I know people that get anxious around their bosses because they're worried their boss is going to judge them on their quality of their work and their ability to execute in their job goes down. And I think just using ChatGPT, and like we have these tools available, using ChatGPT as a tool to help yourself realize who you are can help us all be better every day in life, in athletics, and in everything, in your relationship. Like, just finding out these questions to put in there is so huge. Anyways, I'm going to post this on YouTube here right now. I'll put in the screenshots of everything. And if you want to screenshot that, maybe just post in the comments if you've done this and what you think is beneficial, or if you have any recommendations on how to build out the question to ask ChatGPT to get a better quality kind of like self-analysis for yourself. Okay, guys, thanks.